Tonight, a WAAY 31 I-team investigation. What's next after decades of dumping chemical contaminants straight into the Tennessee River in Decatur? Now, the dumping started in the 1960s with 3M and later Daikin, among others.
In 2016, the revelation caused concerns about drinking water for many people living downstream. Right now, the West Morgan East Lawrence Water Authority is successfully removing the contaminants to the point where the water exceeds state and federal standards, but that's just a temporary solution.
WAAY 31's Privett reveals why a new process will be a permanent solution and who ratepayers want to pay for the cutting-edge upgrade.
Shannon Robertson may be nervous in front of our news camera.
When I'm nervous, I drink water.
But she's not nervous about the unfiltered water her family uses straight from the tap.
We're very confident in the water.
2 years ago, it was a different story.
I was really scared because I thought, oh my goodness, here we are, we've built this home and, now they're saying that the water's not safe.
Across the country, the Environmental Protection Agency issued drinking water health advisories for two particular man-made chemical compounds, known simply as PFOA and PFOS. They're used in products like non-stick cookware coatings, carpet stain repellent, and firefighting foam. In Decatur, for decades, 3M and Daikin poured PFOA and PFOS straight into the Tennessee River. The river carried the questionable compounds 13 miles downstream to the intake of the West Morgan East Lawrence Water Treatment Plant. That water authority is headed up by Don Sims.
I wouldn't know him if I fell over him on the street.
But in 2016, Robertson heard Sims' message loud and clear when he boiled down wordy government warnings to this: don't drink the water.
And so I thought that was very courageous. And I really admired him for that.
Still, the bad news was hard to swallow.
This was scary for a lot of people.
Janice Slater is Assistant General Manager for the Water Authority.
We're downstream from industry, so we have implemented some processes that removes the PFOA and PFOS.
From the intake at the Tennessee,
there's a lot to this process.
The dirty river water,
for us, we use a laser light to look at the dirt particles in the water,
is pumped here to the treatment plant where they add chemicals.
We have to go through the conventional treatment first.
Even before the contamination scare,
this is our membrane filtration building.
West Morgan East Lawrence water was setting itself apart.
We're the only one in the state of Alabama with submerged membrane. Our water can only go in through the straws and they're little porous holes.
Suddenly, these health advisories meant West Morgan East Lawrence's state-of-the-art water processing system wasn't good enough. Next, a temporary fix: carbon filters like you use in your refrigerator. But these 6 filters would each be about the size of this shipping container.
When the health advisory came out, we had to come up with a plan immediately.
Their plan, a half-dozen containers packed with carbon. Because of the urgency, West Morgan East Lawrence asked a Texas utility to give up carbon containers it just had custom built. This drone video shows the first container going in. In 90 days, the team put together every nut and bolt, and the system was up and running. It worked. The carbon stripped PFOA and PFOS from the water.
And they're greatly under what the EPA recommendation is, hardly even there at all.
Now there's the problem of cost. The carbon filtration system had a price tag of $4 million. Plus, replacing the carbon every year will cost $600,000.
This was a temporary solution. We will have to come up with a more permanent solution.
Right now, they're testing reverse osmosis. Slater says it strips the water of virtually everything.
I, in fact, have to add things back into the water.
And will take away any water worries.
We just want to make sure that we're never put back in the situation we were put in before.
The cost for reverse osmosis, between $40 and $80 million, all to clean up a mess left by industrial polluters. Shannon Robertson says it's clear who should pick up the bill.
I think the biggest players in the contamination of the river should be the ones to pay for it.
Reporting in Morgan and Lawrence counties, Privett, WAAY 31 News.
And the West Morgan East Lawrence Water Authority and Daikin agreed to an out-of-court settlement for $5 million.
Other lawsuits have that settlement money on hold, though. As for 3M, the corporation maintains its chemicals are not harmful.